Welcome to Market Matters. I'm Sulhi Azman, joined by Nadia, Hassan. Anyway, today is the edition of Tuesday, 22nd December 2015. It's a winter solstice day, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's when a lot of people go and make tong yen, which is these little rice balls and ginger soup, which I actually really like. And I think a lot of people are just excited for the holiday we are. It's a short trading week. Yesterday was actually red, but today we did see a bit of a bounce.
Yeah, it was bouncing today, 14 points up to 1,643.26 points. Now, the market today is a little bit slow, as you pointed out earlier. Total volume 1.62 billion, less than the usual 2 billion ringgit, 2 billion shares, sorry. And the total value was 1.576 billion ringgit trade done today. And oil still remains a concern, despite Fed's tightening. It bounced below, still below 40 US dollar per barrel, according to MIDF research. This is the lowest drop since mid-2014. It was due to the oil
2004, actually.
2004, sorry. Yeah, it was due to the oil glut concern by the investors.
Yeah, I think today also, because of lack of fresh catalysts, although we did see a couple of interesting developments, including Axiata, I think today's market just followed the region. They just played follow the leader because the whole region showed a glimmer of green. I think because of that, people are looking past the Christmas cheer, past the New Year cheer, to what 2016 will hold. We'll see an environment of tighter Fed rates, recovering US economy, but this persistent oil glut, I think, will continue to be the major theme in 2016.
It was reported that Nikkei edges down in directionless trade ahead of the national holiday today. And
tomorrow, right? Tomorrow,
yes,
they have tomorrow. They have
and
a
you also
national
mentioned to me that there will be no trade on Christmas for
No,
Japan.
they do trade. They're the only ones, I think, who are open for Christmas.
Correct. Okay. Anyway, Nikkei today average edged down by 0.2% to 18,886.7, while topic sub index today for air transport gained 2.2% as crude prices remain near 2009 lows ahead of the holiday travel rush. Moving on to hot stock today, we have Greenyield up 25% or 5.5 cent to 27.5 cent today. It was, Nadia, the most second active stock today, 51 million shares changing hands. And this company, it has these very interesting things into agricultural business, doesn't it?
Well, basically it has plantation and non-plantation. And looking at the bounce in share price, apparently, if you follow the reports, there was due very much so to these really good earnings that actually came up. So we're looking at the earnings right now, 1,066.7% up.
1,000%
Yeah,
up.
exactly. So it's not exactly, put it this way, let's put it in relative terms, in the sense that it was only 700,000. They still made only a profit of 700,000, but that's because the last time they only made a profit of 60,000. So if you put that into context, these guys are literally a plantation company. They also manufacture plastic plant pots, apparently, not allegedly. So yeah, plantation is 60% of their revenue. So you wonder, right, Sulhi, will these guys get hit by the same way that every single other plantation company has been hit?
That is right, Nadia. If you look at the annual report today, the chairman has been saying that the SMR20 rubber price has fallen by 1.26 US dollar per kilogram, currently from 1.71 US dollar per kilogram in 2014. Of course, the slump in the commodity prices such as rubber has actually impacting them. But anyway, if you look at the company, right, it's actually quite a pretty net cash company.
Yes, it does.
11.6 million, cash and bank balance about 11.7 million. There's still room to maneuver. And for outlook, they are also expanding to Cambodia of all the countries.
Yeah, exactly. And the other stuff that they're doing, right, they want to go into organic, and that, of course, is a lot of people like that word these days because you're worried about what you eat in your stuff, right? Organic and biofertilizer, because it sees the expansion of rubber and oil palm into all these kind of marginal environments. So marginal environments will need, basically what marginal environments means is like marginal oil fields. It's not the best land to grow it, but it's land that can grow it, but it needs a little bit of help.
Correct. And anyway, just to take it all together, we have Greenyield Bhd as our hot stock today, up 25% to 27.5 cent. Moving on to our stock with momentum today, we have SMTrack Bhd, closed down 4.17% or 0.5 cent to 11.5 cent today. Nadia,
0.05 cent actually.
Yeah, 0.0. Okay, sorry, 0.05 cent to 11.
Too many zeros.
Yes, too many zeros to ponder about.
Like you say, 11.5 cent. negative momentum stock, isn't it?
It is a negative momentum stock. It's a penny stock, basically. A share price has risen by 74% earlier from a low base of 7 cents in late August. It was also the most active stock on Bursa Malaysia today, 62 million shares changing hand. Now, Nadia, I have this love-hate relationship with this company.
Why? Did it steal your girlfriend? No, it didn't.
No, it
okay,
didn't.
okay, fine. We're being a little naughty about that. But why do you have this love-hate relationship?
Well, I've covered this company before. Apparently, way back in early this year, when they wanted to, they were in the black, and they wanted to do something to make themselves bring to the black, and to return to the former glory and so on. But
yes.
But it didn't work previously.
Yeah, exactly. So if you actually look at the earnings now, they did manage to turn around. But when you show me 0.5 million, I call it break even. On the top line, you saw this drop from 1.5 million to 0.2 million. Obviously, they are trying to get their finances in order. And the biggest one we saw here was this report online that it has a small media. It basically hopes its partnership with China's Guangdong URFID tech service will generate as much as about 165 million in new orders over the next 2 years. Okay, here's the thing. I'll be Jerry Maguire and tell you got to show me the money. Yeah, I think you need to persuade more to investors. And hence why, why are people selling it? Why is there a depression in the share price?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the share price, for this earlier that you mentioned today, you have this URFID. They are basically, if you don't know what SMTrack does, they actually provide tagging services within the radio frequency identification technology, or RFID.
It's that thing that's in your touch and go.
Yes, correct.
When you go through the lane with the tag. So
right.
Those are the ones.
Correct. Anyway, if you look at the companies, right, they still have they still need cash because their cash balance is about 550,000, just to fund for their projects. Anyway, just to sort of take it home together, we have our stock with momentum today, pegged as negative momentum, SMTrack Bhd, where they also recently announced their earnings, and it was pegged as negative momentum.